Well, DC's next upcoming movie in the ever dwindling DCU or DCEU, whatever the hell they want to call it, movie franchise is Blue Beetle. I did a review for the trailer when it came out. I find it look like DC's biggest ripoff movie yet, but I had to say, so I put on a video a little while ago with the director, basically begging people to watch the movie after he was quite happy to attack and mock fans over the whole Batman is a fascist line. Well, it appears that, Blue Beetle's outing at the movie theaters is not shaping up to look very good at all. And according to early predictions, the movie might already be dead before arrival. Let's get into this article here from Bounding into Comics. Blue Beetle early box office predictions are a complete and utter disaster for WBDCU, David Zaslav, James Gunn, and their DC universe. Yeah, it ain't looking good. Early box office projections are here for the upcoming Blue Beetle film, starring, not even going to try and butcher his name, and they look to be an utter nightmare fuel for Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, James Gunn, Peter Safran, and their DC universe, because James Gunn actually came out and said that Blue Beetle is going to be the first character in his new DCU relaunch of the new universe. The first movie is going to be Superman Legacy, but the first character is going to be Blue Beetle. So he's basically saying that this movie is connected to it, and the output for it out the door is already looking horrendous. What you gonna do? Box Office Pro predicts the film will only bring in between 12 million and 17 million in its opening domestic weekend. That is not good, people. That is not good at all. The outlet further notes the film will only gross 27 million and 55 million in its entire theatrical run. Now that's just for the domestic market in the United States. As for the international market, it could be more, but you never know because people kind of getting tired of these things. But even if it only grosses between 27 million and 55 million, let's say it gets probably about 100 million internationally, and that's being generous. That is not a good position for this film to be in at all. This is the breakdown here from Box Office Pro, long-range box office forecast, film Blue Beetle, August 18th, 2023 release date, Warner Brothers Pictures, opening forecast range 12 to 17 million, domestic total forecast range 27 million to 55 million. Oh. To put this in context, The Flash had an opening weekend of 55 million domestically, and that bombed hard. It's gone on to gross 107.1 million domestically, with its time in theaters quickly coming to an end. Shazam! Fury of the Gods had a domestic opening weekend of 30.1 million, and the film ending its domestic run at 57.6 million. Yeah, because that movie was garbage. We have Black Adam, now is seemingly bright spot despite still being a financial failure, had a domestic opening weekend of 67 million and went on to gross 168.1 million. Yeah. Let's see now. Not only does it look like Blue Beetle will vastly underperform the last three DC films, it's likely to lose a significant amount of money if these predictions hold true. The Wrap reports the film has an estimated budget of 120 million. That is actually very under the scale of them nowadays, with these budgets in all kind of 250 to 300 million. That's actually a pretty manageable budget of 120. The fact that they spent 120 million on it and it still doesn't look it still kind of looks basically like a Power Rangers ripoff is concerning, but still at least the number seems a manageable amount. In order for the film to break even, it would need to make at least 300 million globally. With a 55 million domestic run, that means it needs to bring in at least 245 million international. That could be a problem. The Flash only took in 160.4 million internationally. Shazam! Fury of the Gods capped out at 74.5 million internationally, and Black Adam only did 223.1 million. And that movie was still a failure, sir. The film's financials have become a barometer for the success of James Gunn's upcoming DC universe due to his own comments, and the character of Blue Beetle is the first character to be part of the universe he and Peter Safran are attempting to shepherd into existence. Gunn told Michael Rosenbaum on his YouTube show the first DCU character for sure is Blue Beetle and the first full DCU movie is Superman. When he announced his DCU set at the end of January, Gunn said, and then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who is a marvelous part of the DCU. Now keep in mind, James Gunn and David Zaslav also, they say that Flash was the greatest superhero movie ever. And that was pure and utter garbage, which bombed miraculously. So this ain't boding well for him going forward. And there's them, he said a couple other things here. I've gone through some of this already in other videos that I've done. We have the director who's just been saying a lot of crazy crap over and over. You understand me? So I'll continue on here. As for why these box office predictions are so low, Box Office Pro first notes that they believe the film's positives appeal to. Why they keep saying this Latinx? It's not Latinx. Even the people who they don't like it, but still, families could be notable, particularly with the back half of the summer and early fall seeing a relative lack of youth-friendly content hitting the big screen. They also tout the DC brand, saying it has a modest strength of its own. As for the film's negatives, they note audiences have become increasingly selective about which superhero films they spend money on in theaters, and competition from mid to late summer family-friendly holdovers like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and Haunted Mansion, plus action films like Meg 2 and Gran Turismo could diminish potential in the waning days of summer. And here we have the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here with Velma 2.0, aka April O'Neil. Yeah, that's going to be good. Unsurprisingly, the outlet leaves out the first trailer. It sees George Lopez's character describing Batman as a fascist. Yeah, they went on to talk about how it also does not include director Angel Manuel Soto's comments about President Donald Trump and his wish for him to be assassinated. Soto also believes Puerto Rico is a slave colony. Yeah, that's probably not going to affect anything. This is what he had to say. The only thing I hope Trump has similar to Lincoln's presidency is the way it ended. Wow, way to shoot your movie in the footward. He goes on to talk about how the movie is going to be marketed with heavy identity politics and all of this. I'm not even going to go through all of that because, right, Susan Sarandon, who plays Victoria Cord in the movie, described her character as the representative of the white military-industrial complex. Fantastic. She told Jimmy Fallon what's fabulous about Blue Beetle is it's the first, and we go with the Latinx again. The people who you're using this word for don't like it, stop using it. Hero that has his own movie, even better, all of the Mexicans, because his family is Mexican and all the actors were Mexican and it's in Spanish, so it's subtitled. She then shared details about her character, Victoria Cord. I'm of course the bad guy, I'm the white military industrial complex. So I had a fabulous time because there's nothing better than being bad, she added. Great. And they go on about some other stuff, including how they wanted to make a movie so that they could see themselves, because that's always important. Right, and all of this other stuff. So about Batman and all of this thing and what they have to do. Right, and all of this nonsense. Good. They say here, what maybe the biggest turn off for this film is that it looks like an Iron Man knockoff. Yes, it does kind of look like an Iron Man knockoff. I would say it looks like an Iron Man / Power Rangers knockoff. If I had to be honest with you, yeah. The only thing they really changed is that instead of Tony Stark in the suit, you basically have Spider-Man. That's true. That's pretty much true. I really wants to go see what looks like an inferior film to one that came out 15 years ago. You could have improved on it and done it in its own style. Understand me? Most people, when it comes to Blue Beetle, most people more like Ted Cord, Blue Beetle, than they like Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle. So that's a kind of toss-up there. They could have done something, but they didn't, and that's really what you got there. But overall, breaking it all down and all of this, it does not look very good for Blue Beetle going forward. The box office predictions are saying that this movie is pretty much dead before arrival, with an opening forecast at between 12 million to 17 million. That is not good, and an overall domestic forecast of between 27 million to 55 million. Now, these are just predictions. It could turn out to be a fantastic movie that just, blows everything out of the water. Personally, I don't think so, but I'm always open to being wrong, and if I am, okay. But apart from the director literally making a horse's rear end of himself continuously, trying to push more of your woke, identity politics nonsense, and the fact that this movie doesn't really have much going for it other than it, because I like I said before, I actually did a video on the trailer, which kind of shows a lot of problems going forward for it. But we shall see. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Notify every time I put out a new video. And honestly speaking, Blue Beetle isn't looking like it's going to be a smashing summer hit at this point. Take care.